Camels hump. You know that camels have humps, right? They have humps on their backs. That's what we're reading about today. Okay? Let me wait a second. Okay. Camel's hump. Can you see the picture? Everybody can see it?
Yes.
All right. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go to the
Yes,
first
sir.
page then. I'll read first. Listen carefully. After I read, I'll ask you to read, okay? First listen. I'll read the whole page. Camel lived in the desert. Desert is very hot. There's lots of sand in the desert, and the sun is very strong. It's very hot. There's no water, only sand. No plants, only sand. That's the desert. He never did any work. He never did any work. Wait a second. Yes, he never did any work. He even liked to brag about how lazy he was. Brag means to be prideful. He was showing off. Look at me. I'm so lazy. I don't do any work. He was proud of that. That's not nice. That's the word brag. Lazy. Lazy people don't like to work. The camel was very lazy. But the other animals worked very hard. One day, Horse told Camel, "You must work like the rest of us." This is the horse. He's telling the camel, let's work. Working is good. Like other animals, you must work like the rest of us. The rest of us means all the other animals. Let's read these few lines, okay? Let's read together. Everybody ready? Start. Camel lived in the desert. He never did any work. He even liked to brag about how lazy he was. But the other animals worked very hard. One day, Horse told Camel, "You must work like the rest of us." Very good. You can read very well. Yes, you must work like the rest of us. Let's see what's going to happen. Said Camel. That's all he said. Like this. Then he turned and walked in the other direction. He went the other way, away from the horse. Other direction. Horse was angry. He went to tell the others. He went to tell other animals about Camel, how lazy Camel is. This word is hum. That's what he said. Ready? Read. Hum. Said Camel. And he turned and walked in the other direction. Horse was angry. He went to tell the others. Yes, he went to tell the
Horse
others.
was angry. He went to tell others.
The next page. Here's a dog, right? The next day, Camel went for a walk. He saw dog. See, saw. He saw dog. "You must work like the rest of us," said dog. "You must work like other animals." Camel, come on, let's work together. The dog said. Let's read. Ready? Start. The next day, Camel went for a walk. He saw dog. "You must work like the rest of us," said dog. Very good. "You must work like the rest of us," said dog. Said Camel. He always says said Camel. Then he turned and walked in the other direction. Again, he walked away from the dog. Dog was angry. He went to tell the others. Let's read. Ready? Start. Said Camel. Then he turned and walked in the other direction. Dog was angry. He went to tell the others. Senaji, are you reading?
To tell yes,
Yes. I thought you were eating the microphone. You put it inside your mouth and you were chewing on it. Don't eat the microphone. Read, okay? Must be hungry. Very good. Very good. Let's go to the next page. Next page. The next day, Camel went for another walk. He just takes a walk. He never works. He saw ox. This is an ox. Ox has horns. You must work like the rest of us, said ox. Let's read. Ready? Go.
The
The next day,
Camel went for another walk. So he must work like the rest of us.
that's right. You must work like the rest of us, said ox. Everybody must be working together. Like you, right now, you're all working together, reading the book together. If you're not reading, you're lazy like a camel. Said Camel. Then he turned and walked in the other direction. Again, he always turns and walks away. Ox was angry and he went to tell the others. Your turn. Let me highlight. Ready, start. Said Camel. Then he Very good, very good. You can read very well. He went to tell the others. Ooh, who is that person? He looks rich. He has a necklace with a ruby on it. Must be rich. The next day, Camel went for another walk. Again, he went for a walk. He saw the desert king. Oh, that's who he is. He's the king. You must not tease the other animals by saying hum and refusing to work. The king said, don't tease others. Do not be lazy. Don't refuse to work. The king told the camel. Let's read. Ready? Start. The next day, Camel went for another walk. He saw the desert king. You must not tease the other animals by saying hum and refusing to work. This word is refusing. Refusing means to say no. When your teacher tells you, do your homework, and you say, no, that's refusing. When your mother says, come and help me, let's clean together, and you say, no, that's refusing. Do not refuse to work. Work hard. What happened? Look at the camel. Why is he so surprised? Look at his face. He's surprised. Camel stood up tall. Hum, said Camel. Suddenly, Camel felt his back puff up. His back puffed up. See? He curled his head around to look at it. He curled, he turned. Curl means to turn. He looked. What is that? Something on his back. Looks like a bump. In the previous page, if you look at this page, there's no bump on his back. See? It's straight. But now, after he said hum to the king, suddenly he has this bump on his back. Let's read these few lines. Ready? Start. Camel stood up tall. Hum, said Camel. Suddenly, Camel felt his back puff. He curled his head around to look at it. Very good. Yes, he curled his head, curled, turned, curled to look at it. He felt it puff up. What happened? Poor camel. He doesn't look so happy anymore. On his back, there was a big hump. He said, hum. Now he has a hump on his back. It's called a hump, a little bump. It's a hump. You have said hum too many times, said the king. So I have given you a hump. From now on, you will carry a hump on your back. And to this day, Camel still carries a hump with him. Now camels have humps. Some camels have 2 humps. Some camels have only 1 hump. Have you seen camels with 2 humps? No? You can look it up. Yes?
3 humps.
If you haven't, look on the internet for camels with 2 humps. Some have 2 humps, some have only 1 hump. But they all have humps because they were so lazy. Yes?
Some animals have
What do they have?
Some 3 humps.
3 humps? Really? 3 humps? I've never seen that. I have to look.
Yes, I see.
Oh, I see. Let's read. A very long page to read. Are you ready? Everybody start. On his back, there was a big hump. You have said hump too many times, said the king. So I have given you a hump. From now on, you will carry a hump on your back. And to this day, Camel still carries a hump with him. That's right. Yes, a very interesting story, isn't it? That's how the king punished the camel for being lazy. The moral of the story is don't be lazy, work very hard. If you do not work hard, you will have a hump on your back. Do you want to have a hump on your back?
No!
No?
No, I don't want to have a...
Okay, that's good then. Work hard, don't be lazy. And don't say to other people. Okay, now, yes? I have one more story for you. One more story is about aquarium and some sea animals. After that story, we'll read the magic tree house story, okay?
I thought we finished it.
We haven't finished. We're only in the middle of it. We haven't finished yet. Now, here is the story about the aquarium. Animals at the aquarium. Repeat after me. Animals at the aquarium.
Animals at the aquarium.
Yeah, difficult word. Aquarium. Aquarium. Yes, difficult. Aquarium is like a big room made of glass that you can go into, and behind the glass there's water, and in that water lots of fish swim. Fish and other sea animals, sharks and dolphins, sometimes even whales. It's called the aquarium. Aquarium. Animals at the aquarium. This girl, you see a picture of her, she went to the aquarium to see all the sea animals. She's gonna learn about them. I'll read, listen carefully. You can see many animals at the aquarium. Some are big and some are small. Some are cute and some are not. All of them love the water. They're all sea animals in the aquarium. Your turn. Ready? Read. You can see many animals at the aquarium. Some are big and some are small. Some are cute, some are not. All of them love the water.
Some are cute and some are not. And
Yes.
all of them
Love the water. Some are cute and some are not.
All of them
love the water.
Water.
Here is a jellyfish. This is a jellyfish. That's what we call it. Jellyfish looks very strange, very strange. Jellyfish drift in the water. Drift is like float. It floats in the water and sometimes sting other animals. Sting. They have kind of electrical charge going through their little lines over here. See these little lines, tentacles? If you touch them, you can get stung and it hurts very much. It stings other animals. So be careful. Do not touch jellyfish.
Sir,
Yes?
and some fish have long like that, and it will take current fish, we will tell.
Yes. Let's read 4 lines. Ready? Ready? Avini, what?
And sometimes the jellyfish stings other fish and the fish will die.
Yes, it's dangerous. Even people can die if they're not careful. Some jellyfish are very dangerous. Do not touch them. You can only touch the top of their head. The top of the head is okay to touch, but these little strings, tentacles, are not okay to touch. So never touch a jellyfish's these legs or tentacles, whatever you call them. Ready? Start. Here is a jellyfish. Jellyfish looks very strange. Jellyfish drift in the water and sometimes sting other animals. Bees can sting you too. Have you ever been stung by a bee? Zzz. Ouch! It stings a lot.
No.
Yes. Be careful.
haven't.
You haven't?
Yes.
Lucky you. You're very lucky. Let's see the next page. Starfish. Starfish look like stars. Here are lots and lots of starfish. You may pet them, you may touch them, you may pet them. Starfish feel bumpy. They have little bumps on their skin and have points like a star. They move very slowly. Starfish move one leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, fifth leg. Because they have so many legs, they move very slowly. They move one leg at a time, very slowly. Let's read these 5 lines. Ready? Go. Here are lots and lots of starfish. You may pet them. Starfish feel bumpy and have points like a star. They move very slowly. Yes, they move very slowly. They cannot swim. Octopus has many legs, but octopus can swim. Starfish, they cannot swim.
Lots of starfish. You may pet them. Starfish feel bumpy.
Next page, shark.
Like
Here's
a
a
star.
shark.
They move very slowly.
Here is a shark. Don't pet it. Don't touch it. If you touch it, it will bite your finger off. Don't pet it. Sharks have sharp teeth and swim fast. They eat smaller, weaker fish. They don't eat whales, bigger ones. They eat smaller fish. Sometimes they even attack people. So be careful. Do not go near a shark. Don't play with a shark. Let's read 5 lines. Ready? Go. Here is a shark. Don't pet it. Sharks have sharp teeth and swim fast. They eat smaller, weaker fish. They eat smaller, weaker fish. That's right. Next, seahorse. Seahorse. Seahorse is not like a land horse. Seahorse looks a little bit like a horse, but it doesn't have any legs. Land horse has 4 legs. Here is a seahorse. Horses that live on land have 4 legs, but this seahorse has no legs. It holds onto plants with its curly tail. It has a curly tail, and that's how it gets attached to some plants, so it doesn't get washed away. It stays in one place. It uses its tail to hold to things. No arms, no legs, only a tail. It looks cute, doesn't it? It's a seahorse. Yeah.
Do they bite people?
No, they don't bite people. They're very small. They're this small, very tiny.
Sir?
Very tiny.
Sir, do they?
Let's read. Ready? Start. Here is a seahorse. Horses that live on land have 4 legs. But this seahorse has no legs. It holds onto plants with a curly tail. Curly tail, that's right. Yes, curly tail. That's what it has. Let's go to the next page. Here is a blue lobster. Blue lobster. Blue lobster. Here is a blue lobster. There are millions of lobsters in the world. Million has 6 zeros. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That would make a million, a very big number. There are millions of lobsters in the world, but very few of them are blue. There are not many blue lobsters, only very few. Not many. Blue lobster. Let's read these 4 lines. Ready? Start. Here is a blue lobster. There are millions of lobsters in the world, but very few of them are blue. That's right. Most of them are not blue.
I
kind of
think
red. What do you think?
they have painted the lobster's blue color.
Really? That's what you think? No, I think God painted it blue. God made it blue. You don't have to paint it, because if you paint something...
I don't saw any blue lobsters around this world. I only see red lobsters.
Yeah, maybe they're not in Sri Lanka. Maybe they're in other countries.
I see blue lobsters.
You can look it up online. I do not know where they are.
I do see from this.
If you search for it on the internet, and you will find where blue lobsters are. If you paint something and put it in the water, the paint will wash away, so you cannot really paint lobsters. Let's go to the next page.
Is there any whales in this?
Let's see. Here is one. Here is a beluga whale. Beluga whale. A beluga whale is not a very big whale, right? It's pronounced as beluga. Beluga. I'll read.
I like dolphins. I think dolphins.
Yeah, it looks like a dolphin almost, but it's not a dolphin. I'll read. Listen carefully. Here is a beluga whale. The beluga whale is a small whale. He's not very big, but it is still bigger than you. It would still be bigger than you, even though it's smaller than other whales. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than people. Let's read. Only 3 lines. Beluga whale. Ready? Start.
Here is
a beluga whale. A beluga whale is a small whale, but it is still bigger than you. Yes, it's still bigger than you. Octopus. Somebody said octopus earlier. Here's an octopus. Octopus has how many legs? 1 or 2 or 3 or 4? 8. Right, yes. It has 8 legs. I'll read. Listen. Here is an octopus. An octopus, because octopus starts with a vowel, letter O, so I have to put N over here. An octopus. An octopus has 8 legs, just like you said. An octopus can make a cloud of ink around itself. When it's scared, or when there's a shark, for example, nearby, it squirts ink out, black ink, and then it disappears in the cloud of ink, and nobody can eat it. The ink hides it from enemies, like sharks. Sharks cannot eat the octopus. The octopus runs away. Let's read. Ready? Start. Here is an octopus. An octopus has 8 legs. An octopus can make a cloud of ink around itself. The ink hides it from enemies. Enemies, that's right. Enemies. Enemies are big animals that want to eat you. They're enemies. It hides the octopus from enemies, the ink.
From enemies.
Enemies, that's right. Enemy. Enemy is opposite of friend. Friend is the person you play with, the person you like. Enemy is somebody who wants to hurt you or eat you. That's an enemy. The last page. The aquarium has many animals. Can you decide which one you want to see first? Can you decide? There's so many beautiful animals in the aquarium. Some aquariums around the world are so big, they have whales in them. Some aquariums. So if you can go.
Went to aquarium. I have went to aquarium when I'm small with my grandma and my grandfather and my father and me and my mother.
Did you see whales there?
Actually no whales.
No
I
whales.
see like ducks, swans, fish, a lot of kind of fish.
That's
So
nice.
it's so cute.
Yeah, in Sri Lanka, they have an aquarium too. I think maybe when you were in Division 1, you went to the aquarium. Didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All together? A few years ago? I think you went to the aquarium when you were in Division 1. Let's read these 3 lines. Ready?
House.
Yes, let's read this first. Ready? Start. The aquarium has many animals. Can you decide which one you want to see first? Yes. Can you decide which one you want to see first? Which animal would you like to see first? Would you like to see a whale or a shark? What do you want to see first?
I want to see a shark.
You want to see a shark? I see. A shark. That's what you want to see. Anybody wants to see a whale? No? You don't want to see a whale? Anybody wants to see an octopus? No? You don't want to see an octopus? What do you want to see?
I want to see the orange creatures. I want to see a starfish.
Starfish. Starfish are very beautiful, yes. And seahorses, little tiny cute seahorses are beautiful too.
One of my favorite fishes are starfish and
Starfish. Nice. Okay, let's read now. I'll read. Listen carefully, okay? Remember what happened? Let's review. Annie and Jack, a brother and a sister, were playing in the forest. Suddenly, Annie sees a rope ladder. She climbs up, and there's a tree house there. Inside the tree house, they find books. They start reading books. Jack reads the book about dinosaurs, and suddenly they see a flying dinosaur outside the window. Then the wind starts to blow, and the tree house starts spinning faster and faster and faster. When it stops, they are not at home anymore. They are in a time long ago. They're not at home. They're in a different place. And they go and touch Pteranodon, the flying dinosaur, and talk to him. Remember? And while they talk to him, Jack takes notes. And then on a hill further away, they see another big dinosaur. Bigger than a whale, bigger than a house, bigger than a tree. What kind of dinosaur was it? They do not know. But they are, maybe it's a T-Rex. But they're scared right now. They're very scared. So what do? Let's read. Let's see. Shh. Gold in the Grass, chapter 5. Can you see it? Yes? Yes, I'll read. Listen carefully. Yes? No?
The biggest animal on those days was Monstersaurus.
Monstersaurus.
It
not
was bigger than
Brachiosaurus.
T-Rex.
I see. I think Brachiosaurus was one of the bigger ones too. Let's read. Listen. Gold in the Grass, chapter 5. Why is there gold in the grass? We do not know, but we will find out. Go, go, said Jack. Why does he say go? Because there's a huge dinosaur on the hill. He threw his notebook into his backpack. He pushed Annie toward the rope ladder. Bye, Henry, she said. So now they're going back into the treehouse. Go, said Jack. He gave Annie a big push. Quit it, she said, and stop pushing me. But she started up the ladder. Jack scrambled after her. They're climbing up the rope ladder to the top of the treehouse. They tumbled into the treehouse. They were panting. Panting means breathing hard as they looked out the window at the dinosaur. He was standing on the hilltop, eating flowers off a tree. Oh man, whispered Jack. We are in a time long ago. Because there are no dinosaurs right now in the world. They're all extinct. They all died. But there, where they are, there are dinosaurs there. The dinosaur looked like a huge rhinoceros. Do you know what rhinoceros is? It's an animal with a horn on his nose. Rhinoceros. This dinosaur looked like a rhinoceros, only he had 3 horns instead of 1. 2 long ones above his eyes and 1 on his nose. He had a big shield-like thing behind his head. So 1 horn was on his nose, 2 horns were above his eyes, and the shield thing was behind his head. Triceratops, said Jack. You know what Triceratops is? I'll show you a picture later. There would be a picture. You will know what Triceratops
Like a
looks
rhino.
like. You know, great. Does he eat people? Whispered Annie. Does he eat meat or only plants? I don't know. Let's find out.
But
I'll
show the picture.
look it up. I'll look it up. Jack grabbed the dinosaur book. He flipped through the pages.
Sir,
Yes?
but we want to look the picture.
Okay, right now there's no picture. After a few pages, there will be a picture. I'll show it to you. Okay? Just wait.
Okay.
There, he said. He pointed to a picture of a triceratops. He read the caption. The caption is like a little note next to the picture. It says, the triceratops lived in the late Cretaceous period. This plant-eating dinosaur weighed over 12,000 pounds. It's very big, and it says it's plant-eating. It only eats plants. It doesn't eat people. Because it doesn't eat people, it's safe. It's a nice dinosaur. Jack slammed the book shut.
Yes.
Just plants, no meat. Let's go see him, said Annie. Are you nuts? Said Jack. It's dangerous. It's a huge dinosaur, very big. Don't you want to take notes about him? Asked Annie. We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real-life triceratops. Jack sighed. She was right. Let's go, he said. He shoved the dinosaur book into his pack. He slung it over his shoulder and started down the ladder. So he put the notebook in his backpack, he put it on his shoulders, and they started down. They want to go closer and take a look at the triceratops. On the way down, Jack stopped. He called up to Annie, just promise you won't pet him. I promise. Promise you won't kiss him. I promise. Promise you won't talk to him. I promise. Promise you won't. Go, go, she said. I promise, I promise. She promises she wouldn't touch him because it's dangerous. Don't kiss the triceratops. He's dangerous. Jack went. Annie followed. When they stepped off the ladder, the pteranodon gave them a kind look. Pteranodon. Annie called him Henry. That's his name. Annie blew a kiss at him like this. She blew him a kiss. Be back soon, Henry, she said cheerfully. Shush, said Jack. And he led the way through the ferns. Ferns are kinds of plants. Slowly and carefully. Everybody's listening? Senadi, listen carefully. Nefeshtu, listen carefully. Okay? Senadi, listening? Okay. When he reached the bottom of the hill, he kneeled behind a fat bush. Annie knelt beside him and started to speak. Shush. Jack put his finger to his lips like this. Shh. Shush. Annie made a face like that. Jack peeked out at the Triceratops. The dinosaur was incredibly big, very big, super big, huge, enormous, bigger than a truck. He was eating the flowers of a magnolia tree. That's what he was eating, not meat, only plants. Jack slipped his notebook out of his pack. He wrote. What did Jack write? Eats flowers. He's a plant-eating dinosaur. He only eats flowers. He doesn't eat people. He doesn't eat children. He doesn't eat Winnie. Annie nudged him with a shoulder like this. Jack ignored her. He studied the Triceratops again. He wrote,
Sir,
eats slowly. What?
I think T-Rex will eat Ovini.
Yes, and he will eat you too. He will eat all of us.
Yes, and you.
Yes, me too, maybe. Let's not get caught by T-Rex then. Let's be careful. Annie nudged him hard. Jack looked at her. Annie pointed to herself like this. Me? She walked her fingers through the air like this. Walk, walk, walk. She pointed to the dinosaur. She smiled. What is she doing? Like this. She pointed at herself. She walked her fingers through the air. She pointed at the dinosaur. It means me, walk there. Was she teasing? She waved at Jack. Bye, she said. Jack started to grab her. No, Annie, don't go. She's joking probably. She laughed and jumped away. She fell into the grass in full view of the Triceratops. Uh-oh, she's right. She's lying in the grass in front of him. Get back, whispered Jack. Come back. Too late. The big dinosaur had spotted Annie. She can see her. He gazed down at her from the hilltop. Half of a magnolia flower was sticking out of his mouth. A little bit of the flower sticking out of his mouth, and he's looking at Annie. What is he going to do? Attack her? Eat her? But he doesn't eat people. He only eats plants. Oops, said Annie. Get back, Jack shouted at her. He looks nice, Jack. Nice? Watch out for his horns. 3 horns, not just 1, but 3 horns. Watch out for them. No, he's nice, Jack. Nice? But the Triceratops just gazed calmly down at Annie. Then he turned and looked away down the side of the hill. He just turned away and walked away. He turned and walked away. Bye, said Annie. She turned back to Jack. See? Jack grunted. But he wrote in his notebook, nice. And here's a picture, the picture of the Triceratops. He didn't attack them. He just looked at them, finished eating his flower, and walked away down the hill. There are 3 horns.
That is not a hill, that is a volcano.
Yeah, it's really big. There's a volcano in the back. Yes, and some trees, funny looking trees. See, he has 1 horn on his nose.
That dinosaur.
And 2 horns behind his eyes, like this, above his eyes. Triceratops. What's gonna happen next? Come on, let's look around some more, said Annie. As Jack started after Annie, he saw something glittering in the tall grass, something shining. Something glittering was in the grass. He reached out and picked it up. What was it? What did Jack find? There is a picture. He picked it up. What is it? Something round, something like a circle with the letter M on it. A medallion, a gold medallion. Medallion is like a big coin. A letter was engraved on the medallion, a fancy M. But there were no people millions of years ago. There were only dinosaurs. Then somebody made that medallion, went there back in time and left it there. What does M stand for? Magic or monkey or monster or moo, says the cow? What does M stand for? I don't know. Moo? M for a moo? I don't think so. Oh man, someone came here before us, Jack said softly. But who? Who was there before the children? Some magician maybe came there. and made that magic tree house that takes you back in time. But we will stop here today and we will find out about the medallion and letter M in the future, hopefully. And we'll see what's going to happen to children. And maybe will they see a T-Rex or not? Will T-Rex eat Annie or Jack or Winnie or Pleasant? Who will T-Rex eat?
Not me. No one is going to eat me.
Nobody's going to eat you?
I will eat Winnie.
You will eat Winnie? Don't eat Winnie. Winnie is not delicious. Don't eat her. She's not yummy. Eat chicken. Yeah. Yeah, let's just eat chicken, okay? Chicken is delicious. Don't eat Winnie. Winnie is not delicious. She's too skinny. Only bones, no meat. Okay, this is all for today. This is all for today. I'll see you again next Wednesday. Okay, don't be late. We always start exactly at 11 o'clock. If you come after 11 o'clock, you'll be late. If you miss the class, if you have a bad connection, you can always click on the link and watch this lesson again on YouTube. It's all on Schoology. The link is on Schoology. Okay? You can watch it again and read again. I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
God bless you too.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. God bless you too. Bye. Bye.
You sir. Bye, sir. Goodbye, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. You're not going.
Bye.
Goodbye. 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 You're back.
Goodbye.
Senadi. You're not going. Isuli too. Goodbye, Isuli. Goodbye, Senadi. You're not going. Goodbye, Pleasant.